Hey guys, it's Josh Wood here from Wood Family Ministries. I just wanted to share some incredible testimonies of some of the things that I've seen the Lord do over the last few weeks. A few weeks ago, I was down in New South Wales and just saw the Lord do some incredible miracles over the weekend. Saw at least 40 different healings in different ways. I want to share a couple of those with you now. One of them was a lady who I ministered to, and she was in a car accident over 20 years ago, and it did such damage to her neck and her shoulder and her back that she had constant pain. And so anyway, after praying for her, she was miraculously healed. All the pain left her body, and she was so overwhelmed that she began to cry in my arms at the front of the church. It was beautiful. There was another man that I prayed for who had a condition called peripheral neuropathy, and that was for over 20 years as well. So he had constant pain in his feet. I believe it was kind of from his ankles down for over 20 years. And after praying for him, all the pain left his feet and began to walk around pain-free for the first time in 20 years. Praise God. I was down there actually at another church. I prayed for one guy who he was in a car accident 2 years prior, and his right femur was so shattered the doctors had to put a titanium rod in his leg, and he was in hospital for 4.5 months, and he had to learn how to walk again, and he went through so much, and because of everything that happened with the operation and things in his ankle and his leg, his right leg ended up being about 2 centimeters shorter than his left. So he had difficulty with walking and not being able to run properly in 2 years. So after praying for him, God supernaturally either grew that titanium rod out or put a brand new femur bone in his leg, but his leg grew out, and we got this on camera actually as well. And he was so excited. He jumped up, all the pain left his body. He was running on the spot, and he went for a run. He said, "I felt like going for a run." And I said, "Go for it." So he went for a run around the church and came back and said that was the first time that he'd been able to run like that in 2 years since before the accident. Just this last weekend, actually, another couple of highlights here is I prayed for one lady. She had an injury in her right knee, I believe it was, her right knee, and it was 10 years ago. And because of that injury, she hadn't been able to kneel, hadn't been able to jump. She had pain anytime she would try and do that, and a loss of mobility in that knee. After praying for her, she was able to kneel. While I was praying for her, her knee clicked, she said, and she was able to kneel pain-free. She was so excited that she began to jump up and down and began to laugh. She was blown away. So that was wonderful. Another lady I prayed for actually at that same meeting, she, about 20 years ago, 30 years ago now, I can't remember exactly. I got a few of the testimonies written down here. I think it was about 20 years ago. She had an operation in her left ear, and from the operation, unfortunately, she actually got an ear infection, and it did so much damage between the operation and the infection that she actually lost her left eardrum, and so she hadn't been able to hear out of that ear for 20 years. And she had an earplug in at the time, and I believe that she would put a plug in her ear when she was out, or I guess when she was in a situation that she thought she would get water in it, or there's a possibility it could get infected again. And because it was close to her brain, she said, with her inner ear and everything that was going on in her ear. Anyway, after praying for her, she could hear for the first time out of her left ear since that operation. So for over 20 years, she hadn't been able to hear out of her left ear, and God put a brand new eardrum in. She was so overwhelmed. She began to say, "It's so loud. I can't believe it's so loud." And she was totally thrilled. And she said that one thing that she missed being able to do was be able to swim. She used to swim a lot. And she said, "I'm so looking forward to be able to go for a swim again because God's given me a brand new eardrum." So I hope those testimonies encourage you. I want to encourage you that in this, that Jesus is willing. A leper came to Jesus and said, "Lord, if you're willing, you can make me clean." And Jesus said, "I am willing, be cleansed." And the leper was healed. So I want to tell you today that whatever you're facing in your body, maybe you have a sickness, an injury, a disease, whatever it might be, that Jesus is alive He is more than willing, and He's ready to release that power into your body. In fact, He already paid the price for your healing 2,000 years ago. And so I want to encourage you, if you need healing, reach out to me, let me know. Stay tuned on our social media feeds. I'm ministering on the Gold Coast this Sunday night, and in other cities as well. If you want to receive healing, or if you have a family member who needs healing in any way, bring them along to the meetings, and I would love to pray for them. God bless you guys.